Chase. A few takeaways from today's podcast, guys. Most important critical piece in any business is team, how you treat them, how you create culture, how you retain them. Secondly, be resilient. I haven't got my microphone, so if you hear a car, you hear a car. Be resilient. Have 100% belief. Be determined, have 100% belief in yourself. Was one of the 3 keys to success. I'm not going to give the rest away. And keep working hard, like keep working towards something, keep striving, keep a little bit of pressure on yourself, but don't forget to take the time to compare where you're at now to where you were before. Chase, you good? Like walking down a street that I live on, filled with like 2 mil plus houses, tree lined, beautiful, sun's out, dog's happy, he's going for a walk, no people around, super quiet. Like I can walk down the street and film and there's hardly ever a car. And it's summer holidays, like it's just so nice. We were extremely fortunate with a number of things that fell into place to get this house. It's not like we're rolling in money, so we have to be grateful for what we've got, where we're sitting on an asset that's worth a lot of money, live in a very secure private road, and get to do a little lap, which is about, so I try and get my steps to 8,000 every day. At the moment I was on 6,000, but it's really difficult because it counts steps when you're on the Stairmaster as well, which are not really steps, so just try and overshoot a bit. Get to walk down in the sunshine. It's 28 degrees, hence why I've got Lululemon on today, because it is the goat of breathable gym stuff. And just see properties like this, if you can see it. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it's a beast. I mean, look at that. That is a beast. And just admire the workmanship that's gone in, because every time I've walked around from when they knocked the original house down to now when this house is being built. And that is really the story of this road. There's some unreal houses, but there's some prime plots that you could buy. Still going to cost you $1 million and a half to buy that house. But then, just trying to find an example, and these are all nice. Someone's blowing leaves off their driveway, so I'll hang up now. But you could buy like this house, for example, old style, just knock that shit down and build a mega mansion. You could probably fit like an 8,000 square foot house there behind the gate. So super grateful for what I've got, but still driven. It's just finding that balance. Because Ocado is always next day, so we're trying to do 6 litres of water a day. So I'll take that, mix it with some, I don't have my vitamins today actually, I wanted to take you through that, so maybe we'll do that after. Some electrolytes. Cupboard is, as you can see, a mess. Well, hopefully you can't see. So we go with the supplement needs electrolyte. Hot today as well, so I've already had greens. We can do supplements with dinner. Let's go through supplements with dinner. So what does a CEO have to optimize performance? Water is always going to be the one. So that pan's still dirty. Let's get the next one out. My pan game is not good. Let's put the pan on here and then weigh out 150 grams, 200 grams of chicken, free range. So 1, 2, 3, 159. So then in here somewhere, what we went for is 4 fillet steaks. One of those will be for dinner. Some diced chicken breast, already diced. So this is higher welfare. In Ocado, I'll always get the free range or the, that's 250. So that's 200. So this one goes back into the fridge so that it cooks at the same speed. And I will cut the other ones up, bodybuilder style. I'm not that hungry today, to be fair, which is weird. Probably because I've had 2 monsters, which I would not recommend. So let's get that on. Straight in there, don't want to get food poisoning. So we're going to do chicken, going to do salad, balsamic vinegar. I've got 0% yogurt for later, which I'll show you. Some more chicken, if you're at all interested in what I'm eating. That's kind of like a bodybuilding / entrepreneur vlog. Broccoli for dinner, green beans for dinner, veggies for dinner, although actually I'm not going to have any of that now because I've decided what would be nice to use with my macros, which is why I love my fitness pack, so you can play around with different food options, is I can do 180 grams of sweet potato fries with a little bit of ketchup and a steak, and that all fits within my macros. So I should be able to then have some broccoli, because there's basically no calories in broccoli. So for the chicken, I'll basically put it, get the salad, put it in there, get the extra virgin olive oil, and 1 teaspoon, tracked as well. Move that upside down. So I've got the Spanish extra virgin. This is all going to go in the fridge in a bit. That will go in the bin. Let's get some spice in the chicken. So we are loving at the moment the char grilled chicken. Put that in, done. And we want I discovered this from watching someone else's YouTube. Lighter than light mayonnaise, 15 calories. Balsamic glaze, hardly any calories. So balsamic on the salad, again 2 grams of salt. And then the chicken will go on top. Mix it around. Happy days. So yeah, try and use cooking as a break from work. As long as you're not cooking and eating for more than 20 minutes. I'll get mid-morning and mid-afternoon, there's 2 20-minute breaks to cook, which is like something away from work, like a meditation, and eat. And then that way, it tastes better. I'm not just doing what I did before, which is like always trying to optimize my time, trying to get more done. Now, like I said, it's quality over quantity. take a break for 20 minutes, you should just be cooking, not watching YouTube videos. I'm talking to myself through content, which actually I found really helpful in terms of keeping my energy levels up. And normally I wouldn't film content when it's 28 degrees because I'm sweating, I'm self-conscious, so I had to get over that vanity. But I think being lean helps because when you're lean, if you know this, you look at yourself and you feel like, yeah, I look good. So get as much content filmed when you're lean as possible. So the chicken will be cooked, I'll sit down. Because it's 22 past 2 now, I'll put this stuff away, try and get as much of this water down as possible. And then I'll sit down. I'm going to do half an hour prep ahead of my CFO call, which I wouldn't normally do, but it's quite a demanding CFO client. And they are properly on it. Normally I like to turn up for calls and analyse numbers on the call, because that just means that they're paying for my time, they're not paying for me to do research. I can look at a profit and loss account, I can tell you all the areas that you're overpaying on expenses, where your margins are good, where they're bad, without any preparation. Yeah, I don't need prep time. Because I've been doing it for 20 years. But always good if you know the client is going to be on you from the first minute. Different clients have different personalities and that's their prerogative. 2, do a bit of research, but just don't take it too far. Like I talked about with Mark in the podcast, we want to create raving fans, because that way you're going to get tons of referrals, not have to do any marketing. You're going to get clients that you've already got, which hopefully are the clients that you want. Look after your team, look after your clients. Have a highly profitable business where you're not having to spend tons of money on ads. And you've got a good reputation, good reviews, which we're starting the process of now, asking for reviews. One little tip for you, make sure you've got a good Google presence. I was started working with a partner. They're like, okay, we're going to email out, but people are going to come and then they're going to check you out. So let's see how many Google reviews you've got. And we did not even have a Google My Business profile that was active. So, a lot of things that even we need to improve. This vlog is not about I do everything right. It's just, if you're interested, have a look at what I do as a CEO. Is that helpful for you in your business if you're at the same stage, or you're into the same things like fitness and health and entrepreneurialism and all that? So I'm going to chill now, eat my salad, which looks decent. I mean, it could do with some, looks alright, yeah. It could do with some sun-dried tomatoes, some olives, some cheese. It could do with some salad, like nuts or dressing, or it could do with a lot of stuff, right? But look, we're tracking macros, so it is what it is. Right, annoyingly, I didn't record any of that call. However, I just wanted to share with you what we did. So CFO calls generally are me jumping on with someone. In this case, they are in they're in Canada. Okay, so I jumped on with them. We went through their financials. I went into their QuickBooks account ahead of time, had a look through their financial statements. I ran reports for the last quarter this year versus the quarter the year before. And I found some really good points. Like I made 2 pages of notes ahead of the call, went into the call, and we looked at, this is an e-commerce business, why they've spent less on ads this year when their actual ad ROI, return on investment, is 6 times ad spend versus 4 times ad spend. So it doesn't make any sense for them to spend less. They spend less because they felt like the ads weren't performing as well. However, they don't have the data to show. So when I showed them that, and the fact that they're not accurately tracking even repeat customers versus new customers, they have no real way of knowing, okay, I'm spending this much on ads and it's generating this much return for me, therefore I should spend more or less, or hold spend, or get a new ad agency, or run the ads better myself, or whatever it might be. So that was the first thing. Second thing was, we talked about ways that you can track expenses that you've put through the business, because you are overly investing in the growth of your business, but they're not normal trading expenses. So what we would call these, when I worked years and years and years ago at Thomas Cook, was extraordinary expenses. So when you report to shareholders, you want to show the real profit. Like, if you stopped deliberately spending on all this additional stuff, what would have been the real profitability of your business? Because that's really the profitability that you should be comparing. You should be looking at holding yourself accountable to. If you went and spent another 30k last year on self-development, you don't really want to put that into the business as a trading expense, because it's not really a trading expense. It's something that you decided to go and do, you know, 3 Tony Robbins events or whatever it might be. So if someone bought your business and took it on, they wouldn't incur those expenses. So what we recommended was tagging those as founder expenses and removing them. So you have one column with your profit and loss, with all your income, all your expenses, and it shows your profitability, and then move across the founder expenses to a different column so you can actually see the real profitability of your business. Just picked up on them dumping like 10k's worth of expenses into a miscellaneous code because the bookkeepers didn't know where else to code them. Not useful. When was the last time they did a cost review? Now, I've got a process. If you want it, you comment the word cost into this video, that allows you to go through once a quarter and make sure your business is running as lean as possible. They've never done a cost review. So there's 4 steps to it, 4 buckets that I put costs in, that just ensure your business is running as lean as it can be. Will instantly improve your profit margins, your cash flow, your growth rates. Then I just talked to them about the theory of price analysis. I'm not going to go into that too much, but they've never done a proper price testing. So understanding the theory of the optimal price and the bell curve. It's not always the highest price possible. It's not always, you know, sell it low, high volume. There's an optimum price where you're making the most money, which is the product of price times the number of units you sell, or price times the number of customers that you have. Making sure that every spend that goes through, so they've got really good financials and loads of different account codes, but they've got no budget, which means they've got no target set for all future months against each income or cost line to hold themselves accountable to. They don't run a report at the end of the month and say, well, you know, I budgeted 5k for personal branding this year, but they'd actually spent 11k in a 4-month period on personal branding. So very quickly, if you don't keep on top of that and have some sort of control, so creating a budget, creating spending targets and income targets with your accountant, someone outside who can say this is reasonable or this is not reasonable, things can get out of control. They'd also massively spent on international travel. Again, when I asked them, like, how did you decide how much you could afford to spend? How did you decide what you should spend this year versus last year? There's no real process. It's just all done on feel. So the budgetary process adds an element of what we call, so you've got your bottom foundational level, just do your bookkeeping, keep your numbers up to date. You've got the middle level, which is financial control, which is budgeting. And then you've got the top level, which is financial direction, which is forecasting, looking into the future, thinking about strategies. Also, they're trying to review their financials in QuickBooks, which is like a crap version of Xero. But I've asked them to pull out an industry-specific performance report. You can connect these tools that run these reports to QuickBooks, one of which is called Fathom. We use it with our clients at Growth Factor. And then it instead of just like looking at a million numbers on a page, it shows you in a graphical representation, really good for creatives, how well is your business performing? How is it trending? Like, if you remove the seasonality and do trailing graphs, for example, how is it growing? Are your costs as a percentage of income, are they getting bigger? Like, you can't see any of that just looking at a big like data sheet of numbers on a page. You need to extract it, you need to create graphs, you need to create charts, you need to create color coding, you need to make it easy for your brain to understand like what that is going on. So I asked them to do a P&L, profit and loss code review, because they've got far too many codes. Your profit and loss in your business should be simple as possible, easy to understand. And yeah, tons of value, like just on the cost review, just on the reallocation of founders' expenses, which they were sticking into the balance sheets. They're not getting any of the tax deductions that they should be on that. Just with the cost review and with the price analysis, I would estimate 50 to 100K they will benefit from if they put that in place, just off the back of I think we were on the phone for 68 minutes, maybe 70 minutes for 50K. It's pretty good. This is the second call I've had with them. They paid, I think, £4,000 for a year's worth of CFO support and coaching, and we're into month two, and we're generating 50K plus return. So look, I back myself. I back my whole team to deliver this CFO coaching. We've been doing it for 15 years. I've been doing it for 15 years. I can look at someone's financials, like I said, and tell you exactly where you can make more money. And yeah, as you can tell, like, I'm low on carbs, but I'm high on life. I really enjoyed that call. Actually, in my genius zone, helping people understand numbers, helping people see what levers they can push, change, move to manipulate their business and be more financially successful. So it is 4:22 now. I spent quite a lot of my brain power doing that. I didn't get to read earlier on because I took the dog for a walk. So I'm going to probably tidy this rubbish up from the back of my office and put it somewhere where it's not going to be in shot for future shots, and then go and read for a little bit, make my dinner, and then doesn't really leave me with any time. I think the kids are going to stay out there in Birmingham at the moment doing stuff with their friends. They're going to stay out and then probably come back after dinner. So I will cook my dinner, sweet potato fries and fillet steak, and I'm not going to talk you through my dinner again. I'll just show you what it looks like on the plate. And then I'll come back in here after dinner and just close off what I got done today, do my actions from the meeting today to make sure they're done, so I don't roll them into tomorrow. I've got, I think, 8. That's Google Analytics, that's Fireflies. I'll cover this on another day, but if you have meetings and you have client meetings and you use Google or you use Zoom or whatever, Fireflies, take my word for it, best thing I've ever found. Absolute game changer. So Fireflies. So I've got 6 emails to reply to. Come back and do that. Tick off what I got done today. Write my AM PM journal. And then when the kids get back, I will spend time with them, make sure they're prepped and ready to go to football. They have a football academy style session, 7 till 8 p.m. tonight. It's 28 degrees though, so let's see if they put it on or not. And then tonight will be, I'm on it at the moment, so I need to wind down, decompress, which is where reading is good, and chill out. Usually in the evenings we will eat dinner together at 5, but they're out for the day. Then we'll go to football. Usually most nights they've got football or tennis or something like that, and then when we get back, chill out. And I like to just watch a program together as a family. Yeah, people say TV is not productive and not good, and you should be just sitting chatting or sitting around a campfire or something. But I like to watch inspirational stuff with the kids. Watched a film called Arthur the King yesterday about an endurance adventure runner and his relationship with his dog. Unbelievable, inspirational film, and really it's teaching my kids, which we talk about through the movie, what you can actually achieve with your body if you set your mind to it, and the importance of relationships over winning in certain circumstances, right? So that's it, CFO call done. So my outputs for today really have been the CEO Diaries, filming this that you're watching. Great pool workout, to be fair. Eating all my meals, drank 4.5 litres of water so far. Haven't done my supplements, so I'll go and do that now actually and show you the supplements. And then, what is this person doing, reversing onto my driveway? Really good CFO call from someone that, again, like I said, was not difficult but demanding client. And then, get off my driveway. Hate it when people come onto my driveway and I can see they've got like an old delivery van and I just know they're going to drop oil onto my driveway, so I have to go out and pour washing up liquid onto it. Podcast was a big one. Amazing podcast with Mark. Really, 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 really good. Super nice guy. Cannot wait for that to come out. So, super productive day. Really busy. We get, as entrepreneurs, into this habit of feeling like we didn't get anything done. We forget what we've done and achieved. So it's really good to get your diary out at the end of the day, go in and mark down, even if you didn't write your to-do list in the morning, what did you get done? What did you achieve? Why was it good? Have a reflection, and then you can switch off and enjoy your evening. Right, so we're in for supplement stack. So I'll put this into evening. These are the same thing. And then morning, and then both. Morning, evening, both, morning, morning. So, I forgot something actually. Let's go to the fridge. And we get these bad boys. Right, supplements that we are taking. Glutathione, once a day for overall health. That is a powerful antioxidant. Same thing for curcumin. It's actually been really helping with my joints and stuff. These are fish oils, but not just any fish oils. Calcium, because there's no calcium in my multivitamin, so pure encapsulation is really good. Multivitamin and mineral from Dean St. Mart. Digestive stack, I got thinking that my food was going to be increased, so got that to help with digestion. Same thing with this gut guard, but because it's 8 capsules daily, this one I take AM and PM. Telmartisan, because it is on my routine. I'll talk about that in a bit. Proviron, again on the routine from the doctor. Kidney and blood pressure stack, just for health. It's all natural things, beetroot, etc. Just to help your kidneys and your blood pressure be in the right place. Heart health, always going to be helpful, expensive, and you have to take these twice a day as well. Metformin, which is helping with blood sugar release as well. You can Google that. Sleep stack, which is ultimately like your old school ZMA with a few extra things in there to help you sleep well. Additional magnesium, these are in the evening, about half an hour before bedtime. And then PM priming, which really just sort of chills you out. Yeah, so I'll have that. And then also what I'll have is this yogi tea. And I've got some CBD oil drops, which I put in before bed. So we have finished work for the day. It is 6:49 PM. I went back into the office, checked all my podcast files. Turns out I left a box of wires on the floor in the corner. So on my wide shot, you can see wires. But hopefully my editor can work some magic. I've adjusted one of the lights down because I've got another podcast tomorrow, and moved the box. Had some dinner, which you've seen. Kids have had some screen time because they've been out all day, and hard workers that they are, they're now back in the car. You can't really see them, but they are in the back of the car there. Oh, there's one. Hello. And there's half ahead of the other one. Hello. We are going to football academy. Not a football academy, but kind of like a small group coaching session where you have to be good. And they're in with the 8 and 9 year olds, isn't it? Yeah, so Jackson plays a year up and is in Caleb's group, which is really good for him. And I don't think there's going to be too many there tonight because it is still 27 degrees. So fair play to them for not moaning once today. Even Caleb, who loves a moan. It is 27. It is going to be 7 till 8 p.m. and they're only 8 and 9. And they're learning the benefit of hard work. So go and do some football, go back. What's going to be your post-workout snack? Cereal. Standard cereal. Then I'll do my last meal of the day, which I will show you, which will be 300 grams of Greek yogurt, 100 grams of blueberries, 15 grams of almond butter, and shed loads of stevia to make the 0% Greek yogurt taste delightful. And then chill out. I think these two will be going straight to bed, will you? Or will you be watching a program? Watching a program, right. Watching a program as a family. Hopefully it'll cool down tonight. Otherwise we might need to move the Dyson fan into the bedroom. And then a bit of chill out, probably watch one episode of something with Kieran. And I'll wrap up anyway the vlog after cereal time because there's not much to see there. Just chilling out, and then bed early because I am up at 5:30 again. Gym for push 6 till 8, and then back for another 10 till 12 podcast session. So busy week this week. I've got 4 in-person podcasts. I thought I only had 3, but I've got 4. So we'll be well stacked, hopefully to launch season 2 of Founder Stories next week. And then we're good. So my favourite thing to do in the world, when they're on it anyway, is watch the kids play football. So I'm looking forward to today. Hopefully they've got enough to play a little 5v5 and just play matches. So if it looks like I'm chewing on tobacco, I'm not. I've just got about 5 pieces of chewing gum in my mouth. Because I like chewing gum and it doesn't have any calories. So there you go. We will see you at home, and I might get a few little shots of the kids playing football if they do anything special. Are you going to do anything special? Yeah, okay, let's see. Right guys, I am signing off for the day. I've got yogurt in my face. Super tired. Last meal of the day. Got back from kids football. It's really good actually. Good to see Jackson coming into his own. Just